In the crowded city of Makoro, there was a woman everyone feared, the wicked landlady, Madame Kemi. She owned an old 3-story building where struggling tenants lived. But Madame Kemi was not just strict. She was cruel. If rent was one day late, she would throw people's belongings outside. If a tenant complained about broken pipes, she would say, "If you don't like it, pack out." Single mothers cried because of her. Students were humiliated. Even old tenants avoided her eyes whenever she passed. But Madame Kemi loved power. Every morning she would walk around the compound with her big keys jingling loudly. Remember, she would shout, "This is my house. I control everything here." The tenants had no choice but to endure. Until one quiet man moved into room 12. His name was Mr. Daniel. He was calm, polite, and always dressed simply. No one knew much about him. He paid 6 months' rent quietly and kept to himself. Madame Kemi immediately disliked him. One afternoon she banged on his door. "Why is your light on during the day? Electricity bill is expensive." Daniel smiled calmly. "Don't worry, Ma. I will cover my bills." Her eyes narrowed. She hated people who didn't fear her. A week later, Madame Kemi called all tenants to the compound. "I have increased rent starting next month," she announced proudly. The tenants gasped. "But madam, that's double the price," one woman cried. Madame Kemi folded her arms. "If you can't pay, pack out." Then she pointed at Daniel. "And you, new tenant, your rent will triple. I don't trust quiet people." The compound fell silent. Everyone expected Daniel to beg like the others. But instead, he slowly pulled out his phone. "Madame Kemi," he said calmly, "are you sure about this?" "Very sure." She snapped. Daniel nodded. "Good." Then he showed her something on his screen. Her face suddenly changed. Daniel wasn't an ordinary tenant. He was a government housing inspector sent secretly to investigate illegal landlords. And Madame Kemi had broken every rule in the book. Illegal rent increases, unsafe building conditions, tenant harassment. Within days, officials arrived. The building was inspected, and Madame Kemi was fined heavily. But the worst part? She was forced to transfer building management to a tenant committee. The same people she had bullied for years were now in charge. Weeks later, Madame Kemi quietly walked through the compound. No shouting, no threats, no jingling keys. Daniel was sitting outside reading. She stopped beside him. "You tricked me," she said bitterly. Daniel looked up and smiled. "No, madam. You exposed yourself." Then he added calmly, "Power is not for bullying people." For the first time in years, Madame Kemi had no reply.